Okay. Well, that was a bit of a rush. These geese over here fighting. Not exactly sure why, but they were getting after it. But I'm getting ready to set up, and all of a sudden, I hear all these geese start making noise, and it's like two rival gangs. Like oh shit. You got one group over here, oh shit, it's about to go down. Then you got these two geese in the middle who like in the air like this, flapping at each other. Then all of a sudden they just start fighting, and one dunks one under the water, and then he's just like swap. And I don't know what the hell, he was underwater for like, well, it seemed like 30 seconds. He must have got knocked out. Homeboy rose from the grave, wounded, but alive. Pride, hopefully intact. Anyway, it's my first portion of the mental health podcast I'm gonna be starting. I figured, what better way to start my outdoor mental health therapy podcast series than to be outside. Obviously, I don't have anybody with me. Clearly, I don't have my mic or my headphones. That situation's a little blurry right now. But at any rate, we're gonna get going and start talking about mental health. Now, one of the things that people don't realize is everybody in some way, shape, or form is affected by mental health. Now, there's a lot of different stressors that happen in life. And no matter what, these stressors are normally placed upon us by society. Now, the ones that we don't automatically kind of deal with are placed upon us by society. Now, obviously, back in the ancient times of, dangerous animals and rival, wars or whatever, there was different kinds of stressors, but we kind of dealt with those stressors kind of differently, and kind of in a way we were sort of wired to deal with those stressors. But the stressors that we have now are not the stressors that we have evolved to have. Now we have like work. We have now we have a completely different dynamic in relationships that I'm going to dive into and be real blunt and honest about. We have all kinds of traffic, finances, education, mental health, food, access to food, all these things, access to just therapy and just, oh my God, just being able to go to the hospital and get checked up. It's so crazy that people don't have basic medical health, and I'm getting all slipped up and crazy, losing my words, because it's sort of just a slap in the face about how many people don't have access to basic needs. And I was one of those people, so it's not really a surprise to me, but it really is a surprise to a lot of Americans. And people don't take advantage of a lot of the free mental health that we have, and we have a lot of stuff out here that we can do, and a lot of stuff that you can partake in. And honestly, this is kind of one of them for me, just getting out here and talking to you guys about issues. Now, I've struggled with a lot of things, and like childhood issues, going down to, things that happened on the way to and from school, things that happen that are just like a part of life. Like, you get beat up by older kids, something like that. Regardless of what you say, and it sticks kind of with you. And that's why some people like me, I got beat up. So I started like learning how to do things like martial arts and kind of defend myself. And I kind of have developed a confidence to where I don't really have to worry about that anymore. But it's those things that happen to you that are buried, that you don't talk about, that you don't express, that you don't kind of get rid of and kind of put on the table that can end up piling up and really slapping you in the face as an adult. And even things that are normal things that happen in life, and normal things that happen like with your family, and like, you know, your mom or your dad, or, you know, that splitting of the divorce that happened, or whatever happened in your life, you know, it's definitely worth dealing with. And I'm gonna try to start with the bottom, right? And just start like with like the bottom memory that I have that kind of rocks me. And you know, I remember being a really young boy, right? And I was very sick. I was always sick. I always had these crazy fevers all the time. And it was just like, man, I was so sick. I just remember being so sick and having this headache and laying on the lawn, and my parents were arguing, or my mom and my dad, or the sperm donor or whatever, the guy who fucked my mom and got her pregnant. They were arguing. My mom was 15, she was young, they were dating. They were dating for a couple of years actually before they even did anything, and then once she got pregnant, he was like, deuce is. Anyway, but they were arguing on the front lawn, and they were just going back and forth, and then his family came out and was yelling at my mom, and I was just sick on the front lawn with this fever. I think I had an ear infection, and I couldn't breathe. And they just kept going back and forth, and everyone was yelling, And then finally I think we walked to the bus and got on the bus, and she just cried on the bus. I drove home, I don't remember one or the other. And I just remember like thinking, I'll save you, Mom. I'm gonna save you one day. I'm gonna save you, don't worry, I'll save you. I'll buy us a big house. Because they lived in a big ass house in San Jose, in the east side, a big ass house. So in San Jose, the east side, it was kind of split. You had like, and it went down, I think it was Mount Pleasant, not Mount Pleasant, I'm sorry. It went kind of down King Road or whatever. And there was this road, Robert Sanders, that it kind of paralleled Mount Prieta, I think. And on the one side of Mount Prieta, it was like ghettos, like small apartments, small like condos, packed to small houses, and then ghetto, and then it was just, yeah. But on the other side, it was a bunch of big ass rich houses and ranches and mountains and mountains and mountains and mountains. And they lived we lived on the poor side, obviously, in small condos, and they lived on the really rich side of San Jose. And I remember seeing this big ass house with like 3-car garage, and they had like a Mercedes and Cadillac and all this shit. And my mom we didn't have shit. And I just remember thinking, well, I'm gonna save you, Mom. I promise I'm gonna save you. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna save you. And I think I hold myself sort of like still up to that. And I haven't done anything like worth saving my mom, I guess. I kind of like beat myself up a lot about it. And I think because I feel like my mom is disappointed in me. I don't really hear a lot of like things. I don't really hear a lot of nice things about me from my mom. I hear more negative things, and you know, it's kind of. She loves me. I'm not saying she doesn't love me. Hold on. She loves the hell out of me. She'll do anything for me. And she has a lot for me. She's a whole lot. But she's a mom, and she's kind of like critical, you know? She's just really critical, and I'm a sensitive little baby. I need to be talked to like a sensitive little baby. So it's like, just being honest, throwing myself out there. And yeah, I get hurt a lot when she says things, and it's like one of these like, I'm never like, I gotta get there with things, you know what I mean? I gotta get there. One day I'm gonna do that thing where I'm gonna prove to myself that I did what I said I was gonna do. But I gotta realize that, you know, that's my own expectation I'm setting on myself, and she's not setting that on me. Yeah, but yeah. Every day's a good day if you make it that way, all right? It's a beautiful sunset. Birds are chirping and shit. People out on walks. Motherfucking geese is fighting and shit. I don't know what the fuck going on. Crazy ass shit over here. Crazy ass shit, man. But I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna probably get ready to pack up. This is your boy, Charles the Outdoorsman. I'm bridging minds, saving lives, one backstrap at a time. This is my first ever podcast outdoors. My first series of my mental health podcast. And I want to get my situation at home figured out. We're gonna get that situation figured out. Woo! But I am out. Thank you for watching. If you watched the whole way, I appreciate you. If not, man, just stick through. Okay, it's your boy Charles the Outdoorsman. Peace.